I'm back.
BigGuyTreadmillReview.com. I'm Big Mike with Big Guy Treadmill Reviews. Hi, I'm Big Mike with Big Guy Treadmill Reviews, and today we're going to talk about the 3G Cardio Matte Black Pro Runner. This is a foldable treadmill, and we'll start with that. It folds up really easily. Give it a little lift. It does have a slight assist because of the hydraulic. You're going to go ahead and bring it back down by stepping right here and letting it just come down nice and gently. So go up nice and compact. You can kind of get it out of the way when you're not wanting to work out. Bring it back down nice and gently, safe. That's the big thing always with those hydraulics. You don't want them slamming down, or that would also break the part potentially. A few of the specs to go over. So we do have a 20-inch wide belt, 58 long. It's an orthopedic belt, so it's a little bit softer on your joints. If you're big like me, I kind of want it to be a little more cushioned if I'm going to run. I do a lot of walking at an incline, but maybe I should do a little bit more. We'll see. You got a nice roller on the back. Like I said, bearings is very quiet when we turn it on, and I'll go ahead and just pop that really fast so you can see what I'm talking about before I jump up on it. A few of the things that are different about this model, because we have done a review in the past. And if you want to watch that one, feel free. I may actually add some information that I forget here. But it is, so they went with a matte black look, modernized it, right? This is very popular now. Everybody kind of has that matte black finish. It looks very cool, and I know looks aren't always the most important, but for me, if I'm putting it in my house, I want it to look right with everything else that I have. They did improve some of the things up here in the console that I really, really like. So they went with a blue LED instead of an orange. It makes it, to me, a little bit easier to see. Obviously, that could be a debating point, but there's no science to necessarily, but that's my feeling. It looks a lot cleaner. It looks really good with the matte black. They went with an FTMS Bluetooth. That is the big one. It's really, a lot of these companies do this whole membership, right? They have a built-in console, and it's proprietary, right? NordicTrac's thing is NordicTrac. Bowflex is Bowflex type thing, and you have a subscription. Subscriptions add up. $40 a month over the course of 12 months, right? $480 a year just to use your treadmill. And if you don't pay that subscription, you're looking at maybe being able to see the speed. Some of these brands don't even show you the time that you've been on. They won't show you your calories that you've burned, none of that. So what they went with was an FTMS Bluetooth chip. By having this in, you can actually use your tablet, which I have one right here next to my absurdly sized sub. But you know, we go ahead and we set the tablet up here. We would connect to the Bluetooth. Now, the thing that you do have to do, and I normally don't go into a lot of electronics talk, but you do have to connect through an app, right? So you don't actually connect your tablet to the treadmill. You actually go into an app. For instance, KinoMaps, right? This is one of the apps that 3G Cardio uses. You know, Strava, you've got a bunch of different running apps that you can actually connect to. But they go in, the apps update on their own, so your tablet is always the most up to date, right? And instead of going with the, you know, hey, I've got a 3-year-old Bowflex or whatever, not to throw too much shade, but you know, you really don't get those same updates. Here, we're going to get a little bit more technology, and it's at your disposal. If you want to watch Netflix, you have a Netflix thing. Because a lot of these subscription-based things, they are contractual as well, right? If Hulu, if their contract runs out, Hulu comes off the device. Where here, you have Hulu on your tablet. It's yours, right? So you feel free to connect. They did add a tablet shelf, which is really cool. That was a little bit of a thing. I guess you would mark that down as it was kind of tough. You know, you have this smaller little shelf here. Well, now you actually have a legit shelf, and this is a very large tablet. So, you know, I go ahead and I set it here, and it sits nice and safe. And when I'm down it, beating it up, as you'll see in just a second, it should sit very smoothly. But I'm going to remove it just so you can see some of the features here as I jump on. So again, very quiet. As I was talking here, I actually kind of forgot that I turned this thing on. I'm just going to go ahead and jump on and give you some thoughts as I'm going. You do have some quick speeds here on the right. You have some incline on the left. Very easy to tell which one is which, labeled very clearly, speed and incline. I'm going to go ahead and put it up at a 4 for incline. And nice. Just like the last time I reviewed this thing, it does have a very, very quiet lift motor. Let me get a little more speed on this walk. A few things look a little bit different here on it, but functioning very much the same. What I like is that I've gained a little weight since I started doing these videos a while back, and it's still holding me very well. 4 is almost like in between a walk and a jog. Let's do a jog for a sec. So in order to change, right now I'm on calorie, speed, time, distance. There is a mode button here, and mode will drop it to the lower categories, which is your calories per hour, your incline, your pace, and METs. Let me just jump off to the side here. This thing, now that's the first time I've been on this one since we unboxed it and built it. Feels good. Really, really soft, really durable, and actually what I do like about these folding models is because they're not connected through the frame the same way as like a non-folding treadmill, you don't get that rattle that you sometimes get with a non-folding model. With that said, this thing felt really good. I mean, it is a very nice treadmill. It's very quiet. And the biggest thing is that it's solid. I mean, it's like a 220, 215 pound treadmill. So it has this look of being very bare bones, but it's not. But like I said, oh, and it does have a fan. Let's pop that on. Okay, let me get it on the baldness. That'll help me. Okay, if I had hair, it wouldn't be blowing in the wind. It's not like a crazy fan, but it is some airflow. Again, that's probably something that, whatever, you put that on the lower end, but everything else is checking a lot of boxes for me. I like the simplicity of it. Again, this is almost dead on what it looked like before. Oh, hey, there's multiple settings. Hey, there's 2 speeds on the fan, so that's pretty cool. I guess kind of check that back into the middle there for me. So anyway, back to it. You have a lot of programs in here. Your programming and everything is relatively easy to do, and the manual explains all of it. I don't like to go into all that portion of it. Read your manuals, try to understand them. If you really have an issue, feel free to contact these guys. In years past, I've noticed they have a lot of good reviews on Amazon. They get a lot of like, hey, customer service is kind of through the roof with them, which again, you get when you deal with a smaller company compared to like, again, Light Fitness is your Precores. These are massive brands, Assaults. You're going to deal with the call center. They can support that type of support system. Here, a little bit more down to earth potentially and things of that nature. But I really like like I said, I like the change of the matte black. I think it's a good look. The feel of the treadmill feels as durable as ever. You've got a lifetime motor, lifetime frame, and you've got 5 years on parts, 1 year on labor. So it's got a good warranty. I don't know. I like it. It's a good treadmill, and it felt really good. And what I like is that it didn't even skip for a minute, not through the walk at the slowest speed there, right? Which is just the kick on, which I believe, 0.6. And then all the way through my speed walk into my jog. I was kind of beaten down on it with all my 303 pounds and nothing. So I don't know. I had a big lunch. It could be more than 303. But it's 303 this morning. Anyway, if you have any questions about this treadmill or any of the others we review, feel free to reach out to us. We'll do our best to get you an answer. I appreciate you taking the time. And of course, the biggest thing always for us, please click and subscribe. Give us that thumbs up. It really helps us with the channel. And again, allows us to do more of these videos. We have more treadmills coming your way. We want to do more. I always want to do more. With that said, I get more chicken. That's fine. So anyway, feel free to like and subscribe. I appreciate taking the time. This is Big Mike with Big Guy Treadmill Reviews. Comment below saying I subscribed, and we will do our best to reply to every comment.